And India Today is getting you the latest updates from the ground from Kabul. Kanika Gupta is joining us live from Kabul. Kanika, hope you and your family are safe right now in the city. Can you just tell us really what the current situation is, what's happening currently?
Thank you for having me. The situation right now is extremely panic-stricken. People are really scared, especially the Indians that I've been talking to. I've been getting some lot of SOS calls, the last-minute calls, trying to find a way out. The Indian embassy is absolutely clueless right now as to how to help or facilitate the evacuation process of the Indians that are currently living here. So there's a lot of panic and definitely a lot of fear amongst the people, not just the Indians, but also locals in general, who are extremely uncertain as to what lies ahead for them. And there have been some very disturbing news as well that there have been thefts and robberies at gunpoints. The people have experienced that on their way to the airport. Needless to mention about the traffic snarls that are currently plaguing the city.
Are people able to leave the city, Kanika, because the airport, we understand, is under Taliban control?
The people have definitely according to my information, the airport is being secured by the American troops as of now. So I'm not sure how true it is when you say that it is under Taliban control, because Americans have a very solid presence there as of now. But at the same time, today I would not name the person, but there was a person trying to evacuate from here to Delhi, and she reported from there that there's an absolute chaos. There has been fighting, blood, and even broken glasses inside the airport compound. So she has left from there, and now she is hoping that the government will step up and help us safely evacuate from Kabul.
We are also beaming some of those videos from the airport, from the Kabul airport, where you can see people at the terminal jumping one upon another to try and get to that plane somehow. You see that on your screens. That pretty much explains the chaos and panic right now among the people of Kabul. What's the situation on the streets, Kanika? Because we're getting in a number of reports of, armed Taliban fighters out on the streets, checking every vehicle on the roads.
We have been advised completely against, we have been advised against stepping out of our houses by the embassy. So we are pretty much inside. But from what I can see from my apartment window is that people are, there's little to no movement on the streets. There's almost like curfew-like situation. Just a few cars here and there, but it's been largely quiet on that level, on that front. But there was some gun firing last night. There was some firing noise at night, and it was very disturbing. We keep hearing that, but I'm not able to see what's happening on the streets right now.
I can only imagine. And again, I hope you and your family are all completely safe right now in Kabul. Kanika, has there been, your friends, everyone who's there in Kabul, has help really reached to all of you? Have you been able to communicate with people outside, try to ensure that you can make your way out of Kabul?
So I am in touch with some international journalists who are right now not as worried as Indians, because their government have promised them evacuation, and sure enough, they will be airlifted from here if the need be. But here, the main panic that I have experienced is amongst Indians, and I got a very, very disturbing SOS call this morning that a man whose passport has been confiscated by his employer is not giving him the passport back, saying that there's nothing wrong in Kabul, and the Indian embassy said that we cannot do anything because your employer, if your owner doesn't want you to leave. So I think there's a lot of panic around here, and I have been trying to get in touch with people. A lot of Indians are trying to leave as of this point, but we are equally clueless, all of us. We don't know what is happening.
Okay, let's hope there's some clarity as soon as possible, considering the situation right now. Kanika, I do appreciate you taking time out to join us. I request you just stay on with me for a few more minutes, few more questions that we'd like to put forth to you. But I just want to sum up for our viewers all that's happened so far in Kabul. With the Taliban entering, people were seen rushing in huge numbers, hundreds and thousands of them rushing to the Kabul airport to flee the country. And according to the local media, multiple explosions were also heard late last night near the airport. Here's all that we know at this point on the situation on the streets of Kabul, particularly at the airport, which reportedly is in Taliban control now.